You're just gonna see one person that's just like not knowing how to drink water. Like that's one of them.
It's like Peacemaker.
Yeah, it's like Peacemaker. It's exactly kind of like Peacemaker.
Ooh.
Three friends united, ready to confess, taking on the world with JARdon the mess. A podcast born from chaos and unrest, spreading truth and laughter. We won't digress. Gather round the table, microphones in hand, embarking on adventures of chaotic band in the RPG world. World's the best.
I did those backwards, just so you know.
Oh, okay. I needed that. I needed that. Thank you for the clarification.
Yeah. Dalton counted us in backwards, so I needed to do effect backwards.
I did. I'm just keeping you on your toes.
I appreciate it. Gentlemen, cheers. Holy shit. It's a short week for me, but it feels like I've been through
Fuck, dude, it's a long week, long month, and it's the shortest month of the fucking year.
It's crazy, right?
I just want to get to March, bro.
Yeah,
me too. March. So
If
bad.
it makes you feel any better, I'm off until next Sunday.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay, well, so you're saying we need
Not to rub it in.
more recordings in.
No. We're going to SoCal on
This fucking guy. For your last hurrah, Disney.
Yeah. We
Really?
are not renewing our passes.
Oh my gosh, end of an era.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
And,
you were with us. We were talking about it.
Yeah. So we're not renewing our passes.
Is that
and then
we're come up here to Universal?
Maybe one day. But we're staying at the hotel there for our anniversary, and yeah.
Oh, nice! Congratulations!
Ball out.
Yeah. That's sick.
Oh,
That'd be cool.
So yeah, Bert, I'm gonna be visiting next month.
I'm very excited. I'm gonna try and block out some time, or I might not have a job, so we'll see.
Ooh, Jesus!
No,
should I get Jay on here?
That's the exaggeration, but I just feel.
I was gonna say, should I get Jay on? Like Jay.
Yeah. Let's all talk about.
Still have yet. Jay hit me up. Jay, for
I'm really curious. Yeah,
he hit me up. See if we want to hang out yesterday, but I was too busy. I said let's push it to next week. So,
yep,
we'll get the scoop on Jay, and we'll talk about that offline.
He can come on, and if he wants to guess, he could be our very first guest for a new RPG.
He could.
I'm excited
right off.
Actually, Jay, if you're fucking listening, catch up.
No. He doesn't have to catch up. It's starting fresh. There's nothing he has to catch up on.
No. He needs to listen to like an episode or two, just get back in the rhythm of hate.
No. Throw him in it.
He doesn't listen to us anymore. What? He was our number one.
He was our soul guy.
Well, he doesn't work.
I gotta reach out to Jay Graves. Like Jay Graves, get your ass on here.
Evan's moving. I think I'm allowed to say this.
Dude, we should just get everybody, all of our guests at one time, but don't actually tell them that we're getting everybody on here, and then we'll just have this huge ass party.
I loved the idea that, and this is, we're just gonna jump into it, and that's fine. I actually went back and was listening to some of the old zombie ones, and it's just like I love the fact that there'd be times where you guys would get into sticky situations, and you straight up just be like, yeah, we're calling it a guest to basically be like a meat shield. And sometimes it worked with Rodney coming in, just dropping a grenade and leaving. And then there'd be times where it was like Evan and Jay, and then it was great.
Evan would have pulled it off.
Yeah. There was a point there where I was like,
pulled that off.
Evan's good. Well, dude, I'll tell you now because I have no problem because it's just not it's gonna affect the new game. But there's a version where again, remember there's that DJ who was on top of the
exactly. Yeah.
He had this thing that allowed him to basically control zombies.
Yes.
That's fucking game breaking, right? It's not necessarily all of them. There's still remember there's the crazy ones that were a little bit higher aggro, but essentially it's cool. You could you guys could be that's game changing, literally game changing, right?
Yeah.
And you just one roll away, and then it was
broke the game. Evan got it was interesting to see someone just blindly just keep going. It's just stop. Let's just see. And then, it was very interesting. Very interesting.
And then that one roll with Jay when it was just oh man, he missed.
It became, but that was that was where the detail was so imperative because it was I think it was that small back. Did you actually? If you go back and listen, you did it. Fuck.
Yeah.
But and that was it. That was it.
Are you talking about the first time he died?
The first time he died. The second time he died. To his credit, and we fucked up, or I fucked up on this. he did have like a body, or he did have a meat shield. Like the round should have gone. Whatever. The second character was whatever.
Well, the second character was definitely
for sure.
Not.
It was just there to.
It was like he was like an NPC guy, but it ended badly.
It ended badly, but I'm excited to start it up again with mindsets of like you guys can literally call people in. Exactly, because I was talking to somebody at work today. I was like, "Yeah, you don't understand. We're about to play this RPG. It was like super fun because we set it in our hometown, and like anytime I go back to my hometown, I go, oh hey, there's the Burger King that you guys like snuck into and like killed those guys, or like
the easiest.
Oh, here, yeah. And it's like, oh, there's the overpass where they had this gunfight.
There was the like when I was at the shop still. We drive by this one spot on Petaluma Hill Road, like, and it's like, yeah, like, not every time, but like, yeah, there was like this whole fucking event in there, and like, it was like this abandoned storyline where it's like, oh, like this lady was shooting at us, we injured her a little bit, and then it was like all in this like apartment complex. And then I think about it, I'm like, yeah, there's me and Dalton just going off script. Yep. Or Bert has some. We just let's go this way.
Yeah, let's go this way.
Wants to go right. We're gonna go backwards.
Actually. Are you guys went to that?
Thinking about the family we left at like the house or whatever, or the.
Oh, fuck that guy.
I think like the whole family was like zombies except for the kid and his sister or something.
Yeah, you just robbed all their shit. It's great, man. I say this because I'm excited. I'm excited for what we're gonna do. What were you gonna say, Randy? Sorry,
Dalton. You had to fucking. Went through all that bullshit to get like a rock crawler, and then you somehow got it upside down. Like, well, there you go. Our all-terrain vehicle is now not all-terrain.
Yep.
It's upside down. It's like you spend like 2 episodes getting this, and then it's just like done in 5 minutes. Okay.
Yep.
Blame it on the dice.
Blame it. Yeah, well, that's the key, right? That's the beauty of it, right? So I'm very excited. And I know we're I would love to carve out a little time at the end to make sure we talk about like character creation stuff. We don't necessarily need to do it in this episode. You guys can take some time to think about it. But if we had enough time, we want to run into it take a pass at it. We can. But it's super simple. It's way less complex than what we did with Lord of the Rings and Starship Troopers. Like almost refreshingly so. I went back to the old character sheet I posted in the Discord. It is a blast from the past. I don't know if I can share screen on this.
Should be.
I think it's in there. But like y'all remember this shit? Like it's crazy. Like remember how simple it was? It's like you had physical, mental, social. You had your different scores. You had features. But like this was the sheet. This is how this whole podcast started. And I'm just so excited to go back to the roots. And I was like reading up the stuff and it's like, oh yeah, you got to have like 2 different colored dice because we're going to have positive and negative dice. Like, I don't know. I'm so jazzed. And we're going to be not doing zombies. We're going to be doing aliens. And I presented y'all with like the list of possible alien invasions. Because again, we can always come back to this. We can also go back to zombies. Like there are other.
We did leave it open ended.
We left it open ended, but there's also different types of zombie.
Still don't even know
what was causing them, doing all that. Yeah,
still don't even know, Bert. I want you to just keep that to yourself for now, but still don't even know.
Yeah. So there's lots of here that we can explore. But I'm curious because I want to stop talking because I'm just so excited and throw it over to you guys. I presented you all with, I think, 4 different alien invasion types. And there was one that aligned with both of you, but I'm curious if you could walk through why you both chose at least 2, right? Why did you pick those 2? What are you kind of expecting?
Can you because I forgot which ones I picked.
Yeah.
I know I said aliens.
Yeah.
I know I said aliens, but I forgot which ones I picked.
Right. Let me look.
It's just a long fucking.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on, bro. So much shit.
This whole conversation about the air fryer.
I know there was great. Okay.
Dude, the air fryer is pretty fucking legit.
It's legit, right?
All right, that's a separate topic. Let's stay on point.
Okay, all right.
I could go.
We can talk, and I can write stuff down. Yeah, let's talk about air fryers. This gives me a moment to write everything down.
Okay.
If somebody's really excited, stay tuned. We're gonna talk about it.
Wow. So the reason why the air fryer thing started coming up because obviously I work in a retail environment.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff goes on clearance, and then so I see like this air fryer at my work, and I was like, "Fuck, it's $100 on clearance, like 50. That's 50% off. Like, it's not that bad." And then just kind of like the minimal research I've done, basically just looking at them, not like actually researching. Oh, it looks like 6 quarts. It's a good size. Like 6 quarts, yeah, it's better than 4. It's better than 2. Why would I buy a 4-quart thing? Like, why would I even waste my time if I can't put this much shit in it? Why? And then also, here's the biggest thing: space. That was the main reason why I didn't want to get one, because I had a air fryer toaster oven, which is nowhere near what a regular air fryer is. It just sat there for like a year, and then I finally tossed it. So anyway, finally, instead of going for the one that was clearance for like some fucking whatever brand, I'm like, how about this? I'll just buy it. It's on sale. It's for the same price with my discounts, like, or a little bit less. Let's just go.
So you still get a discount on something that's marked down.
I get a discount on whatever. Like, it doesn't matter if like it's on clearance or like, yeah, I still get a discount.
Perfect.
Plus, I have the one of the cards for the store, so that additional. It's like, why wouldn't I? Mm-hmm. So I get it. It's a Gourmet, 6 quart, nothing crazy. It's like less than $50 for me.
That's great.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Like, where's that Owen Wilson?
Dalton,
if you could interject that Owen Wilson. Wow. Yeah, the first thing that's doing there is some taquitos. 6 minutes done. Toasted crispy.
I was
like, holy shit. So then I was like, well, I gotta eat lunch.
Yeah.
So let me warm up the pulled pork, from the packet, and let me make some French fries. Fuck, crispy as fuck. Crispy. Now here's the thing.
Yeah.
I gotta get used to the air fryer.
Correct.
So crispy as fuck, which I love, but too crispy as fuck.
There are times where
I need to find that median where I still want it to be like a little bit of soft, but like crunchy on the outside, but not too crispy. Yep. Still enjoyable.
Yeah, I don't want it burnt.
And just from that, dude, it was just like, and it's light, so I put it on the countertop, but then I made space on the storage rack next to in the nook next to my pantry. You guys been in my house, if you don't.
I know exactly what you're.
So I put it there. I'm like, cool. I don't need to leave this on my countertop. I can put it over here. Also, it emits a lot of heat. It's blowing air. So you don't want it next to a wall.
That's the mistake that I made.
You don't want it next to a wall because eventually I feel like it'll just mold the wall out because there's so much heat.
That's exactly what happened to me. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. And I'm a fan. I'm a believer. And it makes crappy food less crappy in the sense of it's forcing out the oil in the processed food.
Yes.
Like that's the thing. So it's like it's just making this processed food a little bit easier to eat.
Faster.
Yeah, faster.
And dude, I knew shit like yeah. So you think how much time it takes? Sorry. How much time it takes to like preheat the oven? All right, great. Put it in there. And even then, it takes a while. For me, it takes a while. So it's just like, okay, so even if I'm like putting fries in the oven and the fries are like whatever, 12, 18 minutes, it's like that 12, 18 minutes plus that prep time for preheating the oven is huge. You don't think about it because I'm always constantly running around doing things, but you just throw that stuff in the air fryer, a little basket. And because I have like a Ninja one, and it's just, you all of the packaging is always like, are you air frying half this bag of fries? I go, no, I've grabbed a handful and I've thrown it in here, right? Like I'm not nuking this whole thing, or I'm not whatever. So you have to adjust the time. So if you adjust the times, you always err on the side of caution, go a little bit lower, and then worst case scenario, you just bump it up a little bit. And
Basil Hayden sponsor us.
Elaborate.
Yeah.
Sorry, give us your commercial-esque, not even review, just like promote the product in a way where I want that.
Right. Trying to think of like a commercial.
Mm-hmm.
If you had a long day,
you already I'm bought in.
You had a long day. You've been at the office. You've been on the yard. You've been in the warehouse. You need something just to kick it up. Basil Hayden.
Good.
American.
Oh, even more so. I love it.
And then you just have somebody sipping. You have people like, and like for any listeners, if we have any, cutscene woman in a business suit sitting at a table drinking it. Cutscene guy construction just getting off work at the bar with the boys. Cutscene warehouse workers coming home to the family, just pouring one and hugging the kid. Basil Hayden. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the other thing I've been doing. A little bit of aqua.
Oh.
A little bit of aqua to
instead of ice.
Explode the flavor, but then also keep it a little bit more hydrated.
Sure. Yeah. That's why I drink vodka.
Just a little bit of more water. Like, so I was researching, like, 20% water, it'll explode the flavor a lot more. Makes it a little bit easier to, like, makes it, like, it's good to drink regardless of my opinion.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's just something I started doing, but also it is better that I'm getting more water in while I'm drinking.
Did you guys ever, like, salt with your beer?
Coronas.
No. Just Coronas.
Coronas or like...
I don't even know what Corona tastes like anymore. It's been so
long. Water.
It's not great.
Corona.
You ever see Corona commercials where the fucking assholes have the fucking lime in it, and then like at the end of it they go for a sip and then they stop because there's a fucking lime on the top that they push down? Like look at every Corona commercial, like especially when Pedro Pascal recently. It was like, what am I doing? I can't drink this.
I can't do this. Yeah, I think I've told this story. Excuse me, can I tell this one story and then I'll get you a cookie?
No.
Oh, okay. Well then I'll get you. I think I've told this story multiple times, but I'm going to tell it yet again because I always tell it probably when I'm drinking. And we're doing this. I'm also going to refill this up because we're drinking.
Star Sidious, do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do what must be done. All right.
Do it.
I went to this bar when I first moved down to Los Angeles. I lived in Woodland Hills. There was this really cool bar relatively down the street. We went there. They had a no swearing rule, which was really weird.
No swearing?
No swearing rule. Yeah, that was like their one thing. And there's a time where they're like, hey, do you know we have a no swearing rule? And I was like,
what the fuck?
Did you say what the fuck? Because that's what I would have said.
I probably I should have, but I literally was like, I'm not swearing. They're like, you've been swearing a lot. I was like, oh shit. Because I just didn't realize it, right? But I remember as there was door. No, it was actually right at the bar. It's like big. It was huge. It was like right where I was sitting. The person was
where'd you get that shirt?
Oh man, this shirt. I don't know where I got this shirt, but I've been going through my closet and I was like, oh yeah, because you always have clothes that tangential rant. You always find like weird clothes places where that's where that's at. So I found this, I put it on, and I was like, you know what? This is probably over there after I wore it. I probably should wash this because
right.
But anyways, I wanted to wear it for this.
We digress.
I digress.
Wait, Bert, what was it called? What was the name of it? Do you remember?
The bar?
Yeah. I want to look this shit up. I'm very intrigued.
If you give me a second where I can look, I can tell you where it's at if I can like go to Google Maps.
There's a bar like that in Petaluma.
Where
not about swearing, but it's like no cell phones.
Oh, that's weird. Oh, that's
it's Ernie's Tin Bar on Petaluma Hill Road or Lakeville Highway.
Cell phones?
See, no cell phones I can kind of get behind, but no swearing's weird because no swearing and alcohol, just that
It's like a hard one. Like we're forcing something on everybody. But anyway,
the cell phones doesn't make any sense because that'd be like, well, I'm at a bar. I'm texting my friends to come to the bar. Like, do you want me to not text?
Yeah, go walk outside to your car, get in it, drive a mile drunk, and then go call them. You asshole.
What about your watch then? What if your watch can send text messages?
Well, you know what? They didn't say anything about watches. I have no fucking idea. Like, I've only been there once. That's just their thing.
Yeah, well,
but anyway,
the lasting impression.
All
right, so I'm at the bar, no swearing, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's like Captain something or other. I can't remember. So I'm there with my roommates. We all moved down to LA out of college. And I was like, oh man, we're all young and starry-eyed and gonna, take the city by storm, right? And we go to the bar, don't have any jobs. We're just there because we're like, well, whatever. And I get a Corona with lime.
I don't think I've heard this story, by the way.
And the trick is, I wish I had a beer here because I could show it. So a listener, imagine if you were a perfect Corona, cold, crisp, with a ring of salt, as Dalton said.
Rare.
The little lime sticking out of the top. What you do is you take your thumb and you push that lime down, and then you turn the beer upside down.
Yep.
And that carbonation starts to build and bubble and culminates to a point where the pressure will shoot the beer out. So what you do is you flip the beer right side up, aim it in your mouth, lift your thumb off the beer. You get a refreshing, cool, limey, salty, beery taste of Corona.
Beery taste.
Delicious.
Is it beery taste?
Unless you hold on to the bottle too long, and the pressure builds up so much that as you're turning the beer right side up to go to your face, the pressure pushes your thumb off the top of the bottle, and the beery, splattery, salty, lime-infused liquid shoots all over the woman right next to you on a date with some person on the bar. So I literally go like this, and it's just like Dilophosaurus spits this beer all over this woman, like while they're on a date talking, and she just goes, and I look in like mortified terror, and then just start laughing, and me and my two other buddies start laughing, but I'm trying not to because I'm like, this guy's gonna fight me. And she's like,
that's like that's ready. That's fighting stuff.
I really hope
that is like, bro. I would get up so fast if I was in that stool. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you're buying my meal.
but I can't swear, so I can't be like, oh shoot, I'm sorry. So I just start, I'm like, and like the guy, she looks and she's just like livid, and like he looks over and I look at him and I'm like, dude, I don't talk to her. This is bad. I don't talk to her because I just see how mad she is. Was it a big
guy?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I don't look at her. This is bad. I'm admitting this is bad because I can see how angry she is.
It's hard.
So I don't want to engage with that because if I know that I engage with it, I'm gonna get an angry response. So I look to the guy and I go, I am so sorry. My bad, right? Or whatever I said. And the guy was like in shock. He's like, yeah, man, it happened or whatever, right? I go, all right, cool. In my head, I'm like, offer to buy them their drinks, offer to do something, but I'm so broke, right? Because I just moved down here that I just go, oh man, thanks. And I just get up and just walk away from the bar. And that was it. That was the story. Like it could have been. Yeah, I know. That's what in hindsight, I'm like, dude, this asshole. But like in the moment, it was like, yeah, man, you're right. Oh my, I'm so sorry. Man. Anyways, gotta go now.
What makes it better though is you can't swear.
I know.
Like, how hard would that be just to be like, dude, what the fuck? On both ends, like yours and the other people.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
That's a funny story for them nowadays.
Right.
Plus, they're probably married, 3 kids.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, remember this asshole? Why are you telling me this story, Mom? Well, that was when you're consummated.
For me, it was like oh man, maybe this guy's date was going so bad, and that was his excuse to be like, all right, gotta go.
Bye.
Yeah, such a dick.
Yeah, it was bad.
That's so bad, bro. Like I don't know.
Right
Well,
back.
I could see like if I was sober or only like one drink in, pissed. But yeah, I get it's a mistake. I can only imagine if I was at 4 or 5 drinks in,
Yeah,
bro.
I mean the night was really early, so it was literally everyone was just like just getting there. But yeah, there's definitely I still think about it and I giggle. Hello,
Think about a lot of stuff. Yeah, so
yeah.
I was looking at flights. We were gonna go to New Orleans.
That's what's crazy is I couldn't respond to the messages, and I just see this back and forth. You guys, I'm like, oh wow, they're going to New Orleans. Cut to, hey man, I'm coming on Burbank. So explain this to me.
I don't want to fucking fly out of New Orleans at like 4 p.m. or 6 p.m. to get back at midnight when the flight itself only takes about 3.5 hours. So like without paying a fuck ton of money. And that was the thing. Like I was willing to pay extra for the flight there to get there in like a reasonable time.
Yeah.
Sure. So my thought process is, and I think everybody should adhere to this, unless money is just no fucking issue, then fuck you. But why the fuck would I want to take a flight anywhere that has a hotel attached to it at any time like later than fucking 2 or 4 o'clock?
Sure.
Why?
Yeah.
Because I'm paying for a whole day of a hotel that I can't even fucking use yet.
Yeah.
Right off.
You're saying go earlier than later.
Why? Yeah. So sure.
Yeah, checking in at 11 or whatever.
Yeah,
9:30 at night. It's a waste of
a waste of money. 100%. So I did my I'm like, yeah, let's go to New Orleans. It's not that expensive. Like, let's go. Like, sure. Like, I've never been. And the flight there, even though it wasn't like, wow, I'm like, yeah, whatever. But every flight back was just layover after layover after layover. Didn't matter if it was leaving at 2, didn't matter if it was leaving at 1. There was a massive like 3 to 4 hour layover in these cities. So, and I was looking at other places. I was like, maybe we'll go to Seattle. No, it's hell expensive just to go up a couple states. Like,
Yeah.
Dude, Bar Harbor, fucking Maine. It's like $2,300 a person. Like fucking nuts. Shittiest hotel, 2,300. I need $2,000 right now from 2 people. Fucking nuts, right? Like, dude, how good is the lobster? I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was like, dude, this is like such a rich fucking thing that I can't do it. New York was more reasonable, truthfully, but like because I'm taking a little bit extra. I'm taking like 8 or 9 days this time. But the thing was, it's like, how much am I losing in the flight? It's like, if I'm doing a 2-week vacation, which basically is like I have to save up all this time throughout the year and then take a 2-weeker.
Yep.
Sure. You have that extra time to lose and play with and feel jet lag. But like, I don't have that time and I don't really want to. But also, the longer you stay at a place, the more expensive it is.
Yeah. And the more burnout you get.
And the more burnout. So, I just told Tanya, I'm like, why don't we just go back to fucking Burbank? I know Bert's alive and he lives and is not burnt down. That sounds fucked up.
It's true. No, yeah.
But
they have their own fire department. They're fine.
I hope.
So
let's just go back to Burbank. And she's like, okay, I'm fine with that. So then I looked at Priceline because that's what I use, and then I looked at Expedia, and then Priceline's still fucking like $200 to $300-$400 cheaper.
Yep.
And then I looked at the times that I was going. So I will leave on let's say I work that Saturday. We fly in early. Well, I already booked it. So we're going to fly in early on a Sunday on the 30th.
Sunday, yeah.
And then we're going to stay till Thursday day. So already.
Okay.
So we're it's like 5 days, 4 nights. So when I came down the last time, it was 4 days, 3 nights. for literally like an extra like $150 and it not being like completely through the weekend, I get a whole extra day for Burbank. Because, and I'm not gonna lie, when we came down last time, I felt like, man, just one more day probably would have been just like the ripeness of it, just because of how everything is. And also, I fucked up last time. We flew into LAX. I wasn't paying attention too much. It was bullshit. And we lose all this time. Blah, 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 blah. It's a fucking nightmare. Fuck LAX, 129%.
Yep.
And I was looking at STS.
But that's honestly, that's the real Los Angeles experience. You've done it. So now.
Yeah, so dude, I know what to do now. Yeah. So, and then I started researching. I'm like, all right, if I fly out of STS to go to Burbank, they just don't have it right now.
Sure.
For whatever reason, it's just not there. It's not applicable. So it's like, it's only STS to LAX. STS to LAX. Hella expensive, bro. I'm willing to pay the extra money to fly out of STS just for the convenience, but like not to LAX.
Well, it depends on what airlines, because I think there's like Alaska flies out of there. I think America might. And that
Alaska's legit, dude. Like I like Alaska.
Oh yeah,
I really do. Like I don't know why I don't have the card at this point, just to gain points, miles. But through my research from STS, from SFO to Oakland, and from the conversation with Bert the last time, Oakland and Bob Hope Airport are very similar. Burbank. It's like, yes, it's international, but it's not as big as SFO. Yeah. Have you ever flown out of Oakland ever? It's pretty, it's like, dude, you just roll up. It's like a fucking oval, and you just, you're there.
Yeah, so, we parked there. There's parking, like a huge parking lot.
And then you park like literally in the middle. So, and then I already have an experience with Burbank Airport of how easy and docile it is.
So easy.
So easy.
You just walk off the plane and be like, oh, huh, yeah. All
right. And so after dealing with the LAX bullshit, going there and then coming back, going there and coming back, which is a fucking nightmare, by the way. It's a nightmare. It's like, dude, why the fuck wouldn't I just spend the extra hour to drive to Oakland? And I'm thinking to myself, I'm losing 2 hours versus like the fucking 8 that I lost the first time.
Well, it's not that. If you go at the right time, it's like 45 minutes.
Oh, dude, and here's the thing: I'm going early. Like our flight, I think, leaves at 10:35. So, like at the ideal, the traffic's not going to be that bad.
No,
traffic actually hasn't been that bad going to Oakland recently.
Oakland as an airport is actually not. It's actually really good. It's comparatively.
Yeah, I was explaining to Dalton just when he walked away. It's like from what you said, Oakland and Burbank are very similar.
Yep,
very similar, except. Oakland, I know, is 100% more busy for sure.
Sure.
Because it's in a Bay Area big ass metropolitan cities around.
You don't have to walk out.
Burbank is so docile, bro. You're walking out. You're like, bro, am I in Petaluma right now?
Yeah,
It's slow as fuck.
Yeah.
And then, get this. Tanya was like, "What's the distance from the hotel from the airport?" 9 minutes.
Yep.
What was the distance from LAX to Burbank? Well, technically, you should only take 30, but let's tack 2 hours onto it.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's that was the ultimate deciding factor.
Yeah.
It was the layover, the shitty flight times.
Yep.
I just don't want to do that. So while I took a page out of Dalton's book, I'll go back to Burbank. And reference back to Disneyland, but it just made sense. And then also I really, without knowing exactly where you worked, and just flying into Hotel Burbank and staying there.
Yep.
Why won't I just stay at Hotel Burbank again, stumble around, be drunk, and not have to drive anywhere? That was another key factor. I don't have to drive anywhere. I am next to great food. There's a movie theater. I'll probably go see a movie just because I can.
Yep.
And then I'll just stumble back to the fucking hotel.
Yeah. Dude,
Why wouldn't I do it? Why wouldn't I do it? It's like there's so many. You can take a shuttle to
Disneyland.
Well, that's like $500. So with tickets.
I was just saying, there's actually like a legitimate amount of cool stuff. I mean, it's gonna be whatever, a Lyft or an Uber or whatever. But like even you were saying, like, oh, we could go back to Universal and actually spend the day there. It's like, yeah, sure, great. There's also plenty of shit just to do.
Yeah,
even if all you want to do is just lounge around, it's a great place to just be like, get up, like you said, go get food, get some drinks, go back to the hotel, chill by the pool, relax.
And that was the one, that was the other thing. Because there was a full pool at the hotel and like not like a spa, but the interview. I told Tanya like this time we're bringing bathing suits.
Yep.
I don't
warm
give a
down
shit.
here.
Dude,
We'll go.
like
It's so
I've
warm
discovered just going to a hotel and going to the pool, whatever, going around nearby eating the food is just fucking great.
I do like the spa experience. I really do. It's good. But the coin you gotta drop just to go to like a like a place that has like an okay spa. It's kind of like, ugh, I don't know. Whereas like full on, yeah, I don't really need to leave this hotel for shit. It was like, ooh, I'm not gonna drop this much money. No, no.
There's some really good like phenomenal spa experiences, but they're so far downtown. Like they're in like not even downtown, it's just like Koreatown. Yeah. But that's my thing is like, oh yeah, I don't think I want to go down there.
Should have just went to
just
Vegas.
like it's just too far. I don't know where. What'd you say, Dalton? Sorry.
So you should have just went to Vegas.
That was on the table.
I love going. I know it's expensive, the food and shit. You drop more money, but what was it? The Red Rocket or some shit? A burger place. I can't remember the name. It was so good.
Oh yeah, Johnny Rockets.
Yeah, we spent like $70 on 2 burgers, a shake, 2 fries. God,
well, Johnny Rockets.
I would spend that again.
Johnny Rockets is like In-N-Out Burger on steroids.
Yeah, it's about to say. That's how I In-N-Out, but like, better.
But the reason why I didn't want to go to Vegas, for me, that's more like a trip with the boys.
Yeah.
I feel like it can go both ways.
It could go both ways, but it's cheaper to go with the boys. I'll leave it at that. Or yeah, we'll leave it at that. Anywho's, what do you got
about this bar that you can't swear at?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, we're
sorry.
No, let's talk about this because I want to be mindful of the time. This might be a shorter episode, and that's totally fine. Alien stuff. I'm very curious, right?
Aliens.
These were the gentle listener. These were the alien invasion types that I told Dalton and Randy, and see if you can guess which one we're gonna land on. Hopefully, it's one you're interested in, and let's see if we can figure out. Each one chose 2. Let's see if we can figure it out. So, alien invasion type 1. Little gray men. So this is imagine like Mars attacks, but instead of like the green guys, it's like little Martians.
You're normal.
So they got, they're aliens. Small. They got little dome helmets. They got laser or radiation beams and all that stuff.
Like Resident Alien.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, a little bit.
Wait, have you been watching Resident Alien, Bert? You kind of.
No.
Damn it.
You should watch it. It's really good.
I heard. You guys.
Season 3 is here.
Yeah.
We're still on season 2. I know.
I'm on season 0.
Dude, we have so much to watch right now.
Season 2 kind of gets confusing. So if you watch it or when you're through with it, Dalton, I want to talk about it just because it's kind of like it got a little confusing with some time travel. So,
interesting.
I'll leave it.
I think we're only like 2 or 3 episodes in. So.
Yeah, you just keep going. Just keep going. I just need to make sure. Like, I want to know if like you grasp how they explain it, because how I perceived it. Maybe I was drunk. I don't know, but it was just kind of confusing. Like I was like, how's like are you your own dad? I don't know. I'm joking when I say that. I'm joking when I say that. But then again, if you watch the show Dark on Netflix about their time travel, apparently you can be your own mother and grandmother. Like I don't know.
Weird.
Yeah. So continue, Bert.
Yeah. Okay.
Aliens.
Well, aliens. So little gray men. Next one was reptilian overlords. So imagine like I don't actually I didn't say anything. I just said reptilian overlords. Then I said Atlanteans. So imagine a group of quote unquote aliens emerging, but instead of coming from space, they were coming from the ocean. So kind of similar to
Damn kaiju, Pacific
well,
Rim.
no, kind of more like Battlefield Los Angeles.
Okay.
Where it's like
great movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Great standalone movie, viewers or listeners, if you're listening.
Imagine like an army invading from the ocean, right?
Yeah.
Giant insect. Oh, good.
That's defeatable.
That is defeatable. Yeah.
That's the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Giant insectoids. So imagine like those really old, like 50s and 60s films. Where
I'm thinking of like Reptilicus from back in the day, but yeah.
Yeah, it's in the book. It's like giant ants come and attack kind of thing, and then like alien body snatchers. So imagine you not knowing who's who, pod people, that kind of stuff.
So they would look.
Was
like
that
us,
on there?
aliens?
The body snatchers? Was that on
body
there?
Body snatchers was on there. Yeah.
So they would look like us, but aliens.
So I know I picked reptilians.
Yeah,
I believe I picked reptilians, but now you mentioned body snatchers. Body snatchers is interesting because that. Okay, so I picked reptilians because I feel like in a real world setting, it's more manageable because you're seeing this. However, while I'm talking about it, I'm like, the speed from reptilian creatures could be very, very, very detrimental. Little Gray Man, I think it was just too comical to me. That's why I passed out on that one. But the body snatchers.
So would body snatchers be like resident alien type shit? To where he's like his form, he has his alien form, right? But then he also takes on the form of a human.
See, that's the thing. I don't want to spoil anything, but the reptilian overlords are shape changers.
Okay.
But the body snatchers are like, oh, who's who? Like, is that person really who that person is anymore?
That one's very interesting because like paranoia sets in, and I feel like
paranoia thing.
Dalton
it's like,
and
who do you trust?
Who do you trust?
Dalton and I would be like, I don't know about this guy, bro.
Shoot him.
Just shoot him in the face.
Blast him.
Oh shit, it's red blood. Damn.
Yeah, what's funny, Bert, I don't know if you're gonna watch. Are you gonna watch Resident Alien?
Watch it. Spoil it.
It's not a huge spoiler, but kids, or I don't know if it's all the kids or like, well, two, because can't the chick see them? So one boy in the show, can see his true form.
Mm-hmm.
And so like when he's walking down the street, when the show starts and he's walking down the street for the first time, but he like looks at this human that he attacked. Everyone else sees him as looking like the human, but the little boy can see his like actual alien form.
Whoa!
So he like freaking out, and his mom's like, "What the fuck's your deal?" It's pretty funny.
That's actually really funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, imagine like that. You did choose. You chose reptilian overlords and Little Gray Men. I think the Little Gray Men is comical, but I think it would be funny.
I wasn't thinking it's comical. I was just thinking of like, a typical like
alien invasion.
Alien, typical alien form or whatever.
Little grays, but so because you both chose that, we went with we are currently landing on reptilian overlord.
Body snatchers though is intriguing
because I think it'll be a different type of game though, right?
Because reptilians are also, like you said, they're also shapeshifters. So I didn't pick the insect one just because it just sounded like too much like Starship Troopers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We're not gonna play Starship Troopers. We're gonna fight some bugs.
But we're gonna have bugs again.
At least they'd be bugs in Run Park.
True.
Fuck off.
It's poop.
Fuck.
What are you gonna do when you have a kid and it's diarrhea?
Yeah, that's great. There's fucking diapers.
It's still gonna be
definitely gonna be the intro.
Fucking diaper.
Diapers is the episode name and intro.
Oh, you guys hear that?
Oh yeah. So what about diarrhea?
So I fucking One of the cats took a
diarrhea?
steamer on my fucking bath mat in the bathroom because I got the door closed.
With the
Sam's
cat
gonna
in
go
there, you
right
mean?
here.
Oh, the cat took a fucking steamy
Yeah.
shit on my
Yeah.
bath mat because I got the door closed where my litter boxes are.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And I'm like,
So he's
what
just
the
like, well, I
fuck?
can't go in there, so I'm doing it right here.
He's gonna do it right here.
Oh, yeah.
Here you go, Dad.
Thus the question of what are you gonna do when kids poop? And then your response was, well, they'll have diapers, which I also agree. So it wouldn't be like a kid would be like, I don't know what to do, and then just shits on the rug.
Yeah.
This is why you just don't have kids.
Yeah. We're actually kind of trying. Kind of not kind of. We are trying.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see.
All right.
But anywho, that's
Dalton, edit that out. And the joke
Sure.
will be, listener, he's not going to. So you're hearing me.
Yo, hey Dalton, I
laugh
said
about it
something
right
that
now,
might be
and
a
you
little.
can also join in on the laugh.
And I'm not gonna lie, like, ooh, it smelled bad.
Yeah, poop is smelly.
Ugh.
I take my dog for WALKs. I didn't say it. Did not say it.
Can I talk about how much vets are a racket in comparison to the regular animal shelter?
Well, we have literally discussed that like 2 episodes ago, but drop on us again, Dalton, or Randy. Let's see if
so it was 300.
Hold on.
Sure.
Listener,
Sure.
let me go back to my notes. Please go back to episode. Please see. Oh no, I didn't write it down.
11.
I can't read my own handwriting. That's the part that sucks. Never mind.
Isn't that
the bit
always
is done.
something?
It was Costco mattress, groceries, TikTok, Sandoz, brown paper towels, Halo 3, Duke controllers. I remember you talking about veterinarians, Shogun, lifestyles. Man, damn.
It's not on there.
Oh, vet bills. Here we go.
Ooh,
okay. Please go back to Starship Troopers episode 9 if you'd like to hear Randy talk about vet bills. And I'm not going to do the work, but if you would like to compare whatever rant Randy's about to go on with that episode, just line them up. Start it right now. Start that one right now, and you can see how far or close this is to Starship Troopers episode 9. Randy, please take it away.
So, some bullshit. One, not to mention, it takes forever and a day to get a fucking vet appointment in this town.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Tanya probably called like 3 or 4 vets. It was like, oh, we can't do a spade. We can't do a neuter. We can't do it. We're booked out. And that's if she got a call back.
Sure.
That's if. And I can count on one hand she probably got something back. And actually, I'm exaggerating. 0.
Yeah, 0. Goose egg. Yeah.
So Tanya reaches out to the animal shelter.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, sure. Mondays and Thursdays.
Nice.
Just cool. How much is it? $125. For what? Just a spade. Oh, so it's not $350? No, why would it be? Oh, okay. Tanya drops Mabel off. Schmabel, one of my little firecracker cats. Sends me the text to pay the bill. Sure.
Yeah.
It's $100. Oh. Okay. Let me pay this. Yeah. Wait. There's more. Here's your $50 discount. What? So now it's just $50 to get a cat spayed? Like, what the fuck are these vets doing? What's the racket?
Yeah.
Like, the racket is it's your local vet.
Yeah.
And he's more personable. It's a guy who I see that's trying to upsell me on everything.
Well, yeah, and they have this overhead that isn't like subsidized by like government.
So that now that you're hitting it. Some cities operate differently. Roner Park does not require a pet to have all of its shots to get spayed or neutered. Whereas Katati operates differently and I believe requires that the pets get Also, I don't believe Katati has an
Like
animal shelter.
rabies. And,
Gets all their shots beforehand. So go to the fucking animal shelter first, inquire, because they're governmentally funded and they don't need all the extra cash. They just need the petty money to just do what they need to do.
yeah, because it's a hassle.
So much
Yeah.
easier, so much faster. And you know what? While I was there, I'm like, can I schedule my little cat Waddles to get his nuts snipped?
You have Mabel and Waddles. That's amazing.
Well, because it's
Yeah, I get it. No, I
yeah.
get it. Yeah,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
no.
What's it from?
It's
Well,
from
Dalton, if
Gravity
you watch the
Falls,
fucking
so that
show,
you
I tried. It wasn't for me.
tried.
it's Mabel and Waddles, literally. And then and the veterinarian, she was like, "Oh, just tell Tanya to text me if she needs anything." I'm like, "What? You're like, why? What?" I was so like blown away. Like, what's happening?
Yeah.
You're so polite. Like, you're literally texting. Like what? And I'm not gonna lie. I don't think a lot of people think of like the animal shelters unless they want to go for adoption for like
Yeah.
other things. Dudes, anyone who's listening, head up the animal shelter. You know what? You're still supporting the locals.
Yeah.
Like you're still supporting local. Doesn't need to be the veterinarian.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people that go
And
to veterinarians are fucking loyalists for sure. I get
yeah,
it.
agreed.
I get it.
Agreed.
I'm not gonna fault
Agreed.
you on
I've
that.
been going to the same one for
I've been going
15
to La
years.
Plaza forever until they stopped returning our calls to get a cat spayed.
We don't want to.
And blown away. Blown away. The service was great. Mabel came back. Okay, she's fine. Still kind of like, but dude, just it was such a better experience. And I'm saying this from a financial aspect too.
Yeah.
For $50, bro, like, oh, and then
Can't beat that.
I almost could just bring her back to get her shots there, and they'd be like, "Yeah, oh, we chipped her for free, by the way, while we were at it." Okay, thanks. The vet probably would have charged me like $150 to do something that you guys do for free.
Probably.
Like it's, and I'll always want to support local. I or really always want to support local as a former local business owner. But man, you gotta go
But
with
that's
the
your
deals.
also that's technically
You
your
gotta go with
local
the
animal
deals.
shelter.
You gotta go with the deals.
Well, yeah, but it's also your local animal shelter. Like that
In
is
Roner
something.
Park, yeah, yep.
So I mean, I don't know.
Grown
It's
art.
not like you went to, and I don't think even Petco did this, but does this. But it's like if you're like, oh, I went to Petco when I did this. It's like, all right, well, that's a big corporation. Like those are still local people who are either volunteering or working or doing whatever.
That's the thing. Veterinarians, I think that can actually do the work are few and far between.
Yep.
So that's why it's only, or they only volunteer their services when they're not at their own practice. So that's why it's only on Mondays, Thursdays. And dude, what I was getting at, like I was literally able to schedule Waddles just with like, hey, I got another cat. Can I get him in?
Yeah.
Does the fourth work? No. The sixth is a Thursday. Yes. Okay, I'll pen it in.
Yeah,
You couldn't even get a fucking text back from the other places, bro.
Yeah.
And Tanya reached out to probably 4 or 5. So your local animal shelter, I would always give them an opportunity. It's cheaper. It's quality work still. It's cheaper. That's all I gotta say on that.
I like cheap. I'm cheap.
I like whatever saves me money because after I spent $350 on Bernie to get like a re-up on shots, I was like, fuck. Damn, I think I spent 150 the last time I did this, and now it's 350. Jesus Christ, what are you putting in the water?
She's
What are you drinking Evian water from the fountain? Can't do it. I mean, I will, but I don't want to.
but no.
My cat, I still joke. My cats eat better than I do. Like,
yeah, me too. I don't
like I buy them like the most, like not the most expensive, but you gotta like. I look at my mom's cats, which are the same litter as Mabel and Waddles, and all she has fed them 100% is science diet.
Yep.
I'm not saying that my Mabel and Waddles aren't healthy. They're not comfortable. Bernie, Mabel, Waddles, Bean, and Morty. I've got fucking 5 cats. Yeah, I'm a crazy guy. But the difference between Kokomo and Jelly Bean, my mom's cats, they seem fuller, their coats seem lusher, softer. It's kind of crazy. You know, like they're purely indoor. They don't go outside. It's where all mine kind of go in and out. But dude, the difference in the quality of the food was there. Like I noticed it, but I'm like, I can't front like $70 for a bag of food like every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks. It's just not conducive, to
The
like
only thing consistent that our cats will eat is Fancy Feast. We have switched to like higher quality foods, more healthier, and they'll eat it for like a week or two, and then they'll just stop fucking eating it.
you just leave it. You just force them you just leave it.
They won't.
Well, that's the thing. Then your bill gets cheaper because then they don't get anything. I did that with Bernie.
But I can't do that. I gotta.
Yeah, I know it's hard, bro. Honestly, I'm saying this like it's easy. I've only done it with Bernie.
Yeah.
Bernie, I was giving her Friskies for a long time. Then my brother like got up in my face. You should get in the runs. You need to give him something. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'll give him Nature Balance. It's 79 cents a pouch. But
Wow.
she didn't eat shit. She didn't eat any of it. And but it was rough for her a little bit. But she was a little overweight at one point. But that's all I put down. And then all of a sudden it's just like, well, like if it's wet, it's better than dry. I'll just eat it.
I guess.
It was hard, bro. It was hard. And I tell Tanya, like, would you quit giving fucking Bean treats? She's getting a little chonky. A little chonky.
Yeah, you're getting a little chunky too. You literally
Have you been watching Animal Control?
No, not yet, but I really want to because it's Joe McHale, right?
Are there dumber questions? I'm caught up on Animal Control. Are you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Unless they came out with a new episode in the last couple weeks.
Actually today there should be a new episode.
Okay.
It's Fridays. No, dude, Animal Control, great. I feel that the show somehow I want to bring up this discussion topic. Do shows have a better chance of surviving if they're not based in LA, San Francisco, New York? And the answer is yes. Yes. Animal Control is based out of Washington.
But they film in Canada, right?
Doesn't give a shit. It's still based in Washington. So all these Washington folk, they could instantly have like 1 million viewers just from Washington alone, just because it's supposed to be based in Washington. They talk about the Seahawks. They talk about the Mariners. They talk about anything that isn't LA, San Francisco, or New York.
Yeah.
That's where
Joe McHale's from.
It's 3 seasons now. They're starting to get famous people on the show just to do cameos.
It's pretty funny.
No, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
You think it's pretty funny?
No, it's pretty funny, but I don't want to.
Wait, Bert, have you watched?
He hasn't watched. Bert hasn't watched any yet.
I don't watch TV. I'm just gonna say
it's Joel McHale as Community, except a little toned down for today's generation or whatever.
Yeah.
But because of how everything transpired in 2024 with the elections, I feel like it could get a little bit back to where we needed to be. Which, give me some more raunchier jokes. Let me throw some more things out there. But I feel like the show is surviving, or a lot of the show's success is from Joel McHale's character is actually, he takes a lot of L's in the show. Which he never really did in Community. Community was good because, like, Jeff Winger.
It's Jeff Winger.
It's Jeff fucking Winger, bro. Balls to the wall.
Story cycle.
But he's more vulnerable in Animal Control, which you don't really expect from his character. Because it's literally just Joel McHale's character in Animal Control is literally Jeff Winger, just 20 years older.
20 years older, yeah.
That's it.
Like
That's it. Right so, yes, I still have this. And yes, I still do this. But not to that like that extent. Like it's good. It's good. Like you should start watching it. I highly recommend it.
Right now.
Right.
Yesterday. Actually, talking about TV show, you got Resident Alien, at least for me. Discussion topic. I want to hear it. What are your shows you're watching right now? What's on the agenda? I got Resident Alien. I got Reacher. I got Cobra Kai I can go back to. I got Animal Control. Invincible just came out again.
Yep.
That's 5. Like, I'm excited for TV right now.
We're watching what's it called? The one on Netflix. Prime it's like that.
Already watched it. Primeval.
Yeah, so we're going through that.
Already watched it. Great show.
Resident Evil or Resident Alien.
Primeval is actually pretty good, bro. I highly recommend that.
So watching that, we watch. Have you ever? This is a reality show, but it's called Traders.
No.
Oh,
you guys ever heard of it?
Tell me about it. Yeah,
so good. So there's like, okay, Randall, you remember back in
in
school when we used to play Mafia?
Yeah.
And you go around, my dad would or whoever would like tap a person, and you're the Mafia. Yeah. Same thing. But now there's like a group of people, and at the beginning, he'll tap somebody and they call him a traitor, right? Okay. And so everybody is collectively they do these challenges and they win money to put into the pot at the end. Well, you have 3 traitors that nobody knows but the traitors, and every episode there's 2 ways to get people off. They collectively everyone sits around the table and they banish each other, right? So it's like we're all sitting around, it's like
that guy's a traitor,
Bert,
kill him.
Yeah, Bert, I think you're a traitor. You doing this really sus and all this shit.
Is it like Real World Among Us?
Yes, essentially.
Yeah, pretty much.
And they pull from
Among Us was frustrating. I only played a little bit.
It's fucking hilarious fun though. But yeah, so like you try to get like everybody to get Bert out, right? Because you think he's the traitor. Meanwhile, after you do that, if you get a traitor out or not, then you go, and then at the end, the 3 traitors or however traitors there is talk amongst each other and they murder somebody, and so somebody's out. And they can either like sometimes they'll let them add more people as traitors, or even traitors will go against each other. Like if one person, like for instance the one that's on now, one of the traitors is just running his mouth and just saying stupid shit, and it was like kind of giving up on the other traitor. So that traitor went hard. Went hard on that guy, and he got out.
Yes.
And so
and now he looks like he's not a traitor because he was
no,
collusion.
Actually people are kind of like wondering, because that's the bad thing is like if you go so hard on somebody and you're like, oh, I'm sure he's a traitor, I know he's a traitor, trust me, and then people are like, okay, you were right, but like how were you so right?
Yeah.
So it's crazy. It's pretty good. It's actually really good. They have a UK version, an Australian version, a New Zealand version, and a couple American versions. So it's pretty good. It's worth a watch.
I'm not watching anything besides I'm rewatching Fallout.
Yeah, but that's going to be done like 8 episodes.
Yeah. I'm on it. Wait, hold on, Dalton. Have you not watched the Fallout show yet?
No, I had it.
Oh yeah.
Watch Resident Alien. The line delivery is great.
What are those on?
It's on Netflix. Actually, it's a sci-fi show. That's why it's good. You'll
like Resident Alien. It's funny.
You will like Resident Alien.
I don't have time for TV.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Resident Alien.
Bottles won't paint themselves.
Yeah, but Resident Alien, dude, just listen. Just listen to the line delivery. Like, the man loves pizza.
I love pizza. I connect with this. I'll watch this.
The beginning episode's so funny though, when he's like, they think he's a doctor, right? Because he takes over the body of a doctor. Know, right? And they're like, oh great, our other doctor, well, the person that died at the beginning was their doctor.
Yeah.
And so he's acting like their intern doctor or whatever, and then he's like, yep, he died, okay, bye. They're like, no, wait.
Here's my diagnosis, and he's dead. Bye now.
It's Alan.
It's sci-fi, but it's Netflix. It's on Netflix. But I think the
It's funny.
reason why it blew up so much is because sci-fi was or Netflix decided to just throw it on.
Cool.
But dude, it's pretty good. It's still. Look, I like the show Reacher. Right?
Yeah, Reacher's good.
You actually watched Reacher?
I watched season 2.
Did you watch season 1?
No.
Okay. Anyway,
so
season. Dude,
I go to my parents' house, and they go, yeah. "We're watching this. Watch it with us." And I go, "All right." I watched Reacher season
2. It's old school 80s, 90s, like
guys built like
guys just super jacked, just enacting justice.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, season 3 opens up really well. Like you're like, bro, like you gotta go. You need to get the fuck out of here. Like it's good. I enjoy it. Resident Alien, great show. I think
remind me he Googles everything.
Yeah. Like, dude, like the guy and Resident Alien for you, Bert. It was the guy in Dodgeball who was a pirate.
Yeah, Alan Tudyk. Alan Tudyk.
Yeah. And
he's in Firefly. He does all the voices in.
Great work. He found his role.
Yeah.
Like he literally found his role. And also, sci-fi shows like. I like seeing people that are making like $1,000 like a month act, like just giving it their all. Like I love it. Because it's a sci-fi. Well,
speaking of aliens, because my dog is telling me he needs to go out again. So 5 different alien group types. Originally, you guys said reptilian overlords. I started building out this entire storyline about reptilian overlords, but I can scrap that if you guys are more excited about body snatchers or one of the other ones, which again were Italian.
What would be the
Italian? Like
it's a little gray men, and
they're putting pineapple on pizza.
Aside from the obvious, what would be the difference between reptilians and being shapeshifters and body snatchers?
I'll tell you. Because I want you to pick the thing that you want. So imagine body snatchers is more like, oh, society doesn't know that there's an alien invasion. Reptilian overlords are kind of like the movie Stargate, where like a ship shows up and these reptilian overlords have been here the whole time. And they're like, hey, actually, we control Earth. And so like some of Earth sides with them. Some parts of Earth don't, right? And the idea is these things are shape shifters, right? Or they have chameleon like ones, but imagine it more like they are like Stargate. If you've seen the movie Stargate, where like they show up and they go, "We control Earth," and so like they're walking around. There's plenty of them that walk around just as like reptiles.
Is Kurt Russell there?
In Stargate, yes. In
Can your I be game, Kurt Russell?
Maybe. Well, is it SG-1?
I mean, SG-1 is pretty cool.
Tanya loves fucking Stargate. By the way, I was
this close to buying the SG-1 or the Stargate.
I've never actually watched Stargate except for the movie. But I know it's spawned off like was the Stargate Babylon and Stargate like
Atlantis,
SG-1 and Atlantis. Yeah,
I've only seen
whatever one has Kratos in it. That's what I want to watch.
Yeah.
So with the body snatchers, like.
Body snatchers is more like people don't know that there's an alien invasion,
but they'll like take someone's identity.
Yeah, exactly. And then the reptilian overlords is like aliens invade. Earth understands that aliens have invaded. Right. Some people side with them, some people don't. So when I say that they're like shapeshifters, they can, but like most people know. Basically, everyone's aware that there's an alien invasion.
I'm open to both, for real. I like there can be paranoia in both, and I think the paranoia factor is what's going to drive the this new campaign.
Sure,
and
I like both too.
I think that Dalton and I's paranoia together could align very well towards things, but also could be very one-sided for the show.
I'm leaning more body snatchers just because I'm curious to see how Bert will roll out Because if we go reptilians, we'll know that
You're
they're
gonna
there.
see. It's basically imagine like if
I want to be like, what the fuck?
Okay,
exactly.
All right. Well, you've given me my answer. So it's gonna be a lot less looting and shooting. Well, maybe I don't know. I can't really say that. So here's what I want to. I want to set expectations correctly. If we're going this route, which I'm all for, right? I want to make sure that the tone is matching what you want to, which is more this paranoia, kind of more of a thriller thing. Because the zombie game is a lot of like, oh, we're going to this place, we're going to loot it, we're going to this place, we're going to, and like this is a little bit more like, hey, like
mystery.
I might describe thriller. Like you still have your jobs, like you still have like your everyday things, but like you know that this is happening. What are you gonna do about it? Does that make sense?
That throws a lot more curiosity into it, where I feel it could go very, very, very politely.
Splitting the party on episode 1.
Yeah. Well, so imagine this was the video game that you put in.
Put that water case down.
Yeah. You're just gonna see one person that's just like not knowing how to drink water. Like that's one of them.
It's like Peacemaker.
Yeah, it's like Peacemaker. It's exactly kind of like Peacemaker. Ooh. So I say this because imagine, again, I'm open for this to go wherever you guys want it. But like as soon as your characters, right, understand what's happening, it'll be like, well, what do you want to do? Do you want to form a resistance? Who can you trust? Like, what are you going to do? How are you going to do this thing?
So, I don't like the word resistance. Because it reminds me of Star Wars.
No. Okay.
Can we just go with rebellion and think of the good old days?
JARdon the
No, because there's gonna be new movies. Love it.
Love it. Apparently something is filming now.
Yeah, allegedly.
And I just saw a fucking thing on my Yahoo feed. Daisy Ridley has bruises and scars from filming the latest Star Wars movie. I'm like, oh, okay.
Nice.
Good for
you.
You
means filming the latest failure. My bad.
Look, they're gonna come out with a Mandalorian movie.
What are you gonna like? What's there to
do?
Dude,
the season 3 was so bad. Like, I just don't know how. Like, they're like. Now look. With how shitty things have been with Disney, Star Wars, Marvel, I can only expect the same thing with this movie. So I don't actually have anything positive to say, except
it could be
Sonic the Hedgehog 3 on Paramount Plus right now. You watch that; it's good.
We're gonna watch Gladiator 2. Forgot that's out.
All right.
Dude, somebody I know was telling me about Gladiator 2. They were like, dude, it was terrible.
It's terrible. I literally
I was kind of blown away. I'm like, this was a random person that was telling me that Gladiator 2 was that bad. I was like, dude, I didn't even know you were into movies, but like, I'll hear it. Like, I love hate watching. I do a lot of hate watching, but yeah, it's because I have to.
I'm upset, but it's okay. Well, so I'm going to end on this note.
All right, fine.
The bar was called Casey's Tavern.
Ooh, Casey's Tavern. Okay, hold on.
Is that with a K or a C?
C, because I remember.
Is that with an E or an I?
EY.
Okay, fine.
And then but here's the thing: it was like an old person's bar because they had no swearing, and they closed at like 9:30 or 10 or something like that. It was like 10. But then as soon as the bar would close, we'd start for drinks there, and then we'd go out to the back where the cars were at, walk 2 buildings over, because then they had the Scotland Yard, which was like the punk rock bar that was open until the evening, and then we would make our way home.
Making your way downtown,
and grab
walking fast, grabbing fast, I'm homebound. I think about that time that I almost moved to LA, Bert, and I came to visit you.
Do you remember this?
And then I'll say it because it didn't happen. But yes, I drove home drunk in that convertible Camaro just because I wanted a convertible Camaro and my mother was there. But I often think of Fat Burger.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on.
So
hold
good.
on.
So good.
There's also a rule: you can't have your hat backwards.
Yeah, that's right. It was an old person's bar, man.
Not that I wear a hat backwards, but like, what?
They had live music, and the live music was always these really old bands. This is like crazy because this feels like this was a while ago, but it wasn't, but it is. And so they'd have like, man, now coming out. It's like, and just imagine like a bunch of people who were retired who started a band, and they would play, and like it would be like, yeah, awesome. But it was like a smaller bar. Yeah, you're right. No hats backwards. I forgot about that one.
Isn't that no hats backwards? Like you're at a place where they just don't want to deal with it.
They don't care.
Those are the two rules aside from all the regular,
Hey, but you know what? At the end of the day,
backward caps.
At the end of the day,
interesting.
I respect the fuck out of that because
here's
our fucking
it's clearly
standard. Here's our standard. Yep. Either get with it or get the fuck out. Like
I remember because again, it was a lot of older people. Also saying that instead of old people, older people. But I remember there's at the time I had this sick Boba Fett T-shirt. There's like this white T-shirt, fucking like anime style, like Boba Fett. And like I walked in and we're grabbing beers or whatever, and it was like that with like this like whatever camo shirt or jacket or whatever, and it's just whatever. I probably had a hat and it's probably on backwards, and then before I walked in, I turned around straight. And I remember we would always the bartender. There was one bartender in particular who was always like so happy to see us because we were like the youngest people there. Now in hindsight, I think about it, but she's like, "Oh man, Star Wars, yeah, all right." And he would like talk about whatever. I'm like, "Yeah, all right, whatever," because I'm just trying to grab my beer and hang out with my friends. And I realize now, just literally in this moment, that it was oh, you are just working an old person's bar, which could be good, could be bad. I don't really know. I don't know what the tips are like. I don't know what's happening here. But like you had one glimmer of youth, and you wanted to like talk to those people, and yeah, I remember that. Yeah, these are some like deep memories.
It's wild how you think of like scenarios as we're older.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh, that was probably a lot different than I perceived it to be.
Yep.
Right.
And you just, well, I'm older now.
Yep.
Gents, I gotta pee.
I gotta eat. So
I gotta pee really bad.
Until next time,
JARdon the mess.
JARdon the mess.
JARdon the mess.
Three friends united, ready to confess, taking on the world with JARdon the mess. A podcast born from chaos and unrest, spreading truth and laughter. We won't digress. Gather round the table, microphones in hand, embarking on adventures of chaotic band in the RPG world. Worlds invest the land, fighting for democracy with swords as our command. Our guts on our boots, rebellion in our eyes, podcasting the tales of our battles and cries, questioning the system, no fear to compromise. Starting the mess where passion never dies. Wednesdays and third, no fear to compromise. JARdon the mess where passion never dies.